Hello. Good morning. I am all girly today. How is everyone? See who's coming on. Tricia is having breakfast. Little snack apple pack. Say hello if you're here. Can't actually see who's on. Hi, Lindy May. Right, that's enough of the apples. Hi, Kay. Hi, Karen. Good morning. Hi, Ian, Mr. Potter. Yeah, it's quite nice. But it's just showing that I've got shoulder fat. But you know what? I don't care. Morning, Lisa. Finally got my planner all laid out in the next 18 months, honey. That was brilliant yesterday. In fact, I have a big box now for all of my planners. Hi, Carol. How do I get rid of this stars comment thing? Hi, Karen. Hi, Rouse. Late Saturday, I had the creative day. Oh, nice. Hope it went well. Now, there was around 40 people interested in this, so I'm really glad. Oh, there's my glasses case. I think I need my eyes tested again. Fuzz, 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 fuzz. Oh, you're going to start stamping yours today, Lisa? Yeah. For some reason, I was running some reports on my Stampin' Up for my team reports. Hi, Shirley. And I was literally just able to figure out how to do it. I think they've changed. Hi, Kirsty. Changed it slightly. So, yeah, ready to put all my team stamp anniversaries and birthdays and stuff in there. And then any events. I'm also going to mark off the monthly workshop order that I do. Ian's doing his Happy Meal while I watch. Perfect. I've got Happy Meal I need to do as well for some of my teammates that are in my uplines team, which is Pootlers. So we're all Pootlers. So there's some birthdays coming up for lovely teammates. So I really need to make a conscious effort to send some out. It's terrible. So I'm going to do that today. Can't miss last week, so as away, so just watching. No bother. Right, I need to print something off quickly. Do I have Canva on my old phone? She asks. Do I? Nope. Okay, anyway, what I was going to say to you is over on the Crafty Stamping Club group, Smithy's Crafty Stamping Club Inspiration Group. Ooh. I've put a post up for a Happy Meal box swap in July. Shirley's saying gorgeous hair colour. Oh, thank you. Can you see some grey coming through though? Why can't I just take a compliment? Honestly. I do have another dye. And it's eventually getting rid of the black. But if you do that, you can see how black the bottom part of my hair is. But it looks almost like I meant it. Hi, Angela. Hope you're well. So, yeah. So what I thought is when you send a small parcel, I think the cheapest you can send it for is £3. However, I do recommend if you're doing the taking part in the swap to send it second class recorded, which is £3.95, and you get up to 750 grams in weight for that price. It's the same as you would up to 500 grams for some reason. That is if you're doing it online. Karen saying it's a nightmare to get it. Took my mum ages. Yes. I blame my friend back when I was 17, when she was doing her R&A hairdressing it is, when she was doing her training, she dyed my hair blue-black. So that's what, 27 years? I did manage to get it back to my natural brown with highlights once. And then I thought, oh, too much palaver going to the hairdresser, so I dyed it again. Morning, Catherine. Morning, morning. Hope you're all well. So I'm really excited to do this today. I just want to say that the current workshop hostess code's still running. So it's KHM69B7T. So if you're looking to shop online, this is the last week to get buy one, get one half price on our kits. I want to quickly show you the boxes that come in. Because I keep all mine. So most of our kits come in a box like this, and they're just great. Branded items, I love them. And you always get a bit of grey board in them too, which is going to the side for some album making. Right, who else is here? Say hi if you're here. Who's all got a copy? A coffee. So yeah, this is going to run probably till the end of the month. I'm going to try and keep it a full month instead of a part month, and I'll do 2 workshop orders. I'm also going to create an event soon, probably towards the end of next week, about the fabulous celebration that's coming up and the fabulous joining offer. So watch out for that too. Right, business stuff out the way, quick. Sunprint suite, £72.75 for the full suite. That's what we're using today. So I'm using the papers, etc. for the pages in the album. Can't say the kits are great, especially for beginners. Yeah, definitely. And you can you can do alternative projects as well. And you get, in the fully inclusive ones, you get the stamping spot ink, and you get a block, and you get a stamp set, and you get embellishment, everything you need. So if you're new to Stampin' Up, you could definitely fill your basket full of those, honestly. Ian remembers a friend who had hers black, bought a red dress and wanted it to match, so she stripped the black out with a blonde and dyed it pillar box red. It went an orange green colour. Oh my. I'd love mine bright purple. Not as in you have to bleach it to get it purple, but like a deep purple. Because this is actually violet, although it looks red. I do have a natural red in my hair. Right, anyway, sorry, what we like talking about hairdressing. So last month, my Make It customers and friends, we made some projects using this. So if you bought the kit and if you upgraded to include the stamp and the die bundle, I hope you're getting it back out to use it at some point. Don't stash it away and not play with it, or Smithy, I'll give you a row. Get these star things off my screen. It keeps saying stars enabled, and it keeps telling me. I'm like, okay. Oh, there's 20 here. Hi, everyone. Look at the size of my cheese plant. It's getting huge. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah, so if you have the Sunprints suite because you've already, or the kit that I've done, an upgrade, please use it because it's absolutely fantabulous. Okay, right, what I'll do is I'll flip you around and then just give me a... Morning, Patricia. Just give me a few minutes to... A few minutes to get everything lined up. Okay, I've got my other phone at the ready so I can still see comments. So just give me a wee second. No, I don't want to switch into my profile because that might... annoy. Oh, there it is. I found me. Right. Let's click on it. Let's get it muted. Oh, well, thank you, Patricia. You're so kind. Can I tell you what my 2 boys have been doing to me? Now, I'm known as Tricia, or to my family, I'm known as Trish. To my husband's family, and I always said, as long as nobody calls me Pat, I'll be fine, because I think of Pat Butcher from EastEnders. So my 2 boys have started calling me Wee Pat. Come on, Wee Pat. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Little monkeys, eh? Little monkeys. It could be worse. They've started calling my big sister, who's called Maggie, they've started calling her Wee Madge. And so has the rest of the youth club, because my sister's a youth club leader. Yeah, so it could be worse. It could be getting called Madge. Hi, Kez. Hope you're well. I'm a Trish, never a Pat. Yep. Bless her wee soul, my wee granny, well, she was a lot bigger than me, was the only one that called me Patricia, or my mother, if I was getting in trouble for something. Right. So, I hope there's no echoing, because one of my face, stop their pocket money. Yes, I know, little mites, aren't they? My, what was I going to say there, actually? I can't remember. Right, I'm all lined up. So I'm just going to glue my mat down to my desk with a glue dot, because I know they come off really good and they don't damage my desk. Okay, let's see. Morning, Barbara. Morning, morning. Hope you're well. For those that have purchased my June kit, I've got the goodies now. However, it's going to be next week before I can prepare all the kits and get it sent out. And then I'll set up a chat for us for June's kit, craft together, and oh sorry, my ears just popped, that was awful. It's my tinnitus, I think. Now I've got a screeching noise. I'll set up a chat and then I'll add everybody that purchased that kit into it. And what I'll do is I'll delete the last month's crafting kit chat. Right, has anybody had a go at doing the basic pages? You know how last Saturday we done, we had the 4 6x6. Hi Stacey, sweetheart. I was just saying I'm going to set up a June craft kit chat, so that when we craft together, everybody's in it that needs to be in it. So look out for that. I've got, yeah, it might not be till the end of the month though, into August, Carol, though, honey, because by the time I do all the kits early next week, by the time they get sent out that week as well, then we'll need to agree a date between us. So you might be back, honey. So don't worry. So Stacey, yeah, next week all the stuff's getting sent out, because I know that you've bought a kit for the first time. So that's good. Yeah, so last week we basically just covered our 4 bits of grey board. Mine is recycled. You can get them out of Stampin' Up kits. You can get them out of our DSP packs, which is patterned paper packs. We covered them with black cardstock, and we put some matte layers on, and we put a cover on front and back. Now I did have 4 rings. Okay, and I will say Stampin' Up don't do these, unfortunately, because they're not primarily a scrapbooking company, although we do scrapbooking things. But I've got these off Amazon, so there's lots of different sizes. So the bigger the ring, the more that you can pop on it. You can keep adding pages as you go. Right, so what we're going to do is, and if you've already done this, this is smashing. If not, you can do on catch up. We've got 2 pages to add to it today, or to decorate 2 sides of the pages. And I just hope that I've done it right. I've popped measurements up and stuff. But you can watch this back. It'll go on YouTube as well. Now, I'm not going to do the front inside or the back inside. I'm just going to use one of the normal pages, and we'll do it back to back. Okay. Let me see. Is everybody still here? Great. I'm just going to get a little quick drink of my coffee. Now, my Tombow glue, it's a tiny wee bit in it and it's not coming out, so I might have to use a different glue for this today. And there's a spider on my desk. Oh no. Go away. Oh. freaking me out. There was one on my other desk yesterday, my work desk. Oh, jeez, oh, hang on, I've got goosebumps now. Be quiet, girls. Oh dear, that was horrible. And the thing is, you can just see it because it's a white desk. Right, hang on a second. I'm just going to pop the blinds down a minute because the dogs are seeing strangers outside. Stranger danger, and they're barking. La, 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 la. Oh, right. Yeah, that's a bit better. Right, here we go. Sorry. Yeah, it was only about that size, but it was big enough you can see the shape of its body. Yuck. That's what I get for having things so close to the walls. Freaks me out. Okay, right, let's go on with this, Tricia. Let's go on with this. Right, so my iPhone's on charge now, so that's fine. Oh, I'm telling Porcupie's lies. We are doing something on the inner sides of the covers. So we're going to do a pocket on each of these first, then one page. That's what we're doing. See, I told you I thought it was organised, but it wasn't. Right, so we'll just do one at a time. So this layer is 5 3/4 squared. Okay, so once you have your matte layer on your base, you're wanting to line up your pockets or your pages or your additions to the matte layer. That's what I like to do on this one anyway. So we have all the little measurements here. So pop that to the side. You will need 2 tabs. Did I do these or did I buy them? I bought them off someone. Yeah, I bought them off someone who has the wheel punch from Stampin' Up. Right, so you'll need 2 of those. If not, 2 wee squares and you can make your own tabs. Right, okay, so what we'll have is, let's see, what's the bigger bits? Right, so we have 2 pieces, okay, so one's for one side, one's for the other cover. So this is 5 3/4 by 2 3/4, and we are going to score it at 1/4 inch on 3 sides. Then we have a matte layer, and then we have a DSP layer like so. Okay, and then we'll have the same again. Oh, no worries, Shirley. I hope you're feeling better this week. You can make your own tabs with the envelope punch board. Yes. Perfect. This is for the other pocket, the other cover. Okay, so we'll just do one at a time, and then we'll see how we go. I haven't seen anybody doing that, Karen. I'd be interested to. Maybe you can show me a wee video or something, honey. That would be lovely, because I've got a punch board as well. Then we have 2 bits which are the pull-out mats. These are 5 3/4 by 2 3/4, and then that's the DSP layer. I'm not putting a mat on these. I don't want it too bulky, you see. So I've just put the DSP on there. Yeah, that'll be interesting to find out. Love it, love it. Right, okay, so you're going to need a scoreboard. And now I'm scared taking anything off the floor in case something's been on it. Right. Okay, so we are going to score it at 1/4 inch. Let me grab my ruler. There's a video on YouTube. Yeah, please do. Send it in a private message, honey. Karen saying she's loving her cutting scoring machine. Yeah, your trimmer. Awesome. These are brilliant. And they're very, very good price. Very good price. Right, okay, so my page is 5 1/2, the mat. No, 5 3/4. Okay, so we take off that and that. Right. Okay, let's see what calculations I've done. I think I might have done it too, so that it marries up with the edge of the page actually, so we shall see. Yep, please share with Carol as well. Right, so can you see how I wrote in this side pocket? Right, so we're going to fold and burnish all the sides. Where's my bone folder? Hi Lynn, how are you, honey? I hope you're well. I hope you've been managing to get crafting. Right, let's see where this is going to lie on this page. Right, okay, so I was a smart cookie and I've done it so that it's the same as the actual main page. So that's okay. That's okay. Right, because this is going to be loaded up and stuff, I am opting to use red tape, guys. It's not something Stampin' Up! Do. We do have tearing tape, which would be perfectly fine. And it sticks good. We've also got our, what do you call it? Our Stampin' Seal or Stampin' Seal Plus tapes. But you would need a bigger glue tab for those, so. Hi Diane! Oh, thank you for sending stars, folks. I'm not sure exactly how stars works. Can I just say I'm a bit miffed with YouTube because it's stopped all monetization on my channel. That's not why I do YouTube, but you're lucky if I make £60 a year on my YouTube channel. However, yeah, it stopped all monetization because there's I have to confirm my address and everything again. And I mean, I've already done that when you set up a Google AdSense account. It's very strict and it sets it up with proof of ID and stuff like that. So I don't know what's going on. But it better blooming hurry up and get back to normal. So if you're watching and you don't want adverts, feel free to go over to my channel and get peace and quiet. And if they are still putting adverts on, I'm going to give them a row. Because they're not meant to if I'm not getting to monetize, so. Yes, Stacey, that is a 20, no, it's a 50 metre one. These were 50 metres too. This is, what's happening here? I think it's been too warm in my craft room. Oh no, it's not, it's one stuck to it. Huh? Yeah, this was 50 metres as well, but I've used half of it already. Right, okay, so we need tweezers. What size piece? Right, so this piece is, so this is a pocket. It is, what does it measure? Are you crafting along, Carol? That'd be lovely, hun. It's, it's 6.5. It's 6.5 by 3 1/4, hun. So I've actually put up the wrong measurements. If you're doing 7 by 4, you need to score it at 1/2 inch on each side. That's what it is. But I have done, so it's 1/4 of an inch. Right, I'm just going to write that down. Well spotted. Sorry if I confused anybody. 3.5. So I'll just write that down. And I'll do a 1/4. So if you're doing 7 by 4 for the pocket as per my instructions, that I've obviously forgot to follow, do it at a 1/2 inch score. That's why I was wrong. Bless. At least you can score it again though. And you'll not see that extra score line because it's going under the pocket, lovely. So I do apologise. I do apologise. Pauline's saying, good morning, we'll catch up later. No worries, Han, no worries. Right, okay, so what we need to do is miter the corners, like so. Now, what I have found is, when it marries up edge to edge, I have found that if I do the little tip of part peeling away your, what do you call it, your tape, and just sticking one tiny bit down. You could use wet glue as well to give it some wiggle room. However, I've found while I've been crafting in my own time, if you just marry it up like so, she says. Oh my goody gums. Right. so marry it up, commit to that little stamp glue bit there. Then you want to just peel this up slightly, prise it up slightly and peel off this next bit of red tape. And I just find that there's less wonk on sticking your bits down. I'm not using wet glue as extra because it's a small score. Right, okay. So making sure, oh, this one's come off, making sure that they marry up like so, so you've got bits hanging out. So you're just going to gently pull each of your bits out. Mine's is slightly on the wonk, but you know what's okay? You would see it because it's the same colour as your base card. Karen prefers wet glue as a less likelihood things sticking in the pockets. Yes, well, my problem with wet glue on small glue pockets, Karen, is that I put too much glue in and then I get stuff sticking. So you need to be really, just do a little bit of glue. Karen's going to tidy her, Karen is going to tidy her craft area and get rid of some items, which will go to a good home. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Right, so what we're left with now is a pocket that's 6 by 3. Okay, so 6 by 3. So what you want to do is, this is where my measurements go back to being correct. You want a mat that is 5 3/4 by 2 3/4, and then your DSP or patterned paper layer, you want that 5 1/2 by 2 1/2. Like so. So let's do that. I'm only going to use, oh, there is a little bit in this actually. Only using wet glue because I'm not going to overload. See what I mean? When I use too much glue, I end up, it sneaks out. So if you're heavy-handed, don't put too much glue near the edge and just gently burnish it to spread it out. Karen's, oh, are you still tidying? I was thinking about you the other day, wondering, oh, I wonder what the progress report is on Karen's tidying of all her digital files and stuff. It's almost as good fun tidying up, isn't it? As it is crafting. Right, okay, so we're going to do the other pocket now. So you can see, ta-da! You could do a you could do a, not a concertina fold. You could do an expandable pocket if you want. I like learning how you do pockets. Oh, bless. Lynn's craft rooms are a bloody mess. Bless you. Right, okay, pocket number 2. So if you've went out the instructions, it's 7 by 4. Score it 1/2 inch on 2 short sides and 1 long side. Pour moi, for me, it's 1/2 inch because I cut mine short. So let's do this, guys. Pocket numero 2. So 3 sides. I do have some card making video blogs coming up soon, the first week in July. Guys, yes, did you look at my craft room and sewing room? Then you'll know why it's taking so long. Please send me a photo or put one on the Crafty Sampling Club group. I'm sure you're not alone in that, Karen. Bless you. Right, let's add some more thin tape. Right. So, let's do this. I think 1 bit will be enough. It's very, very sticky. Okay. She is concentrating. Karen's struggling due to health issues. Oh, Carol, sorry, layer's not fitting. We'll do it again and we'll catch up. Oh, no worries, Han. No worries. Sometimes I maybe go too fast as well, sweet. Right, okay, miter the corners. I think I wrote 7x4 as the pocket size. Although it wouldn't surprise me if I did get it muddled up, because I've just been doing some crazy things lately. Oh, like looking for my tobacco tin this morning for about half an hour. And it was in the food cupboard. Oh, and that was after discovering that when I let the dogs out for a pee at 12 o'clock last night, I left the back door open all night, wide open. Wide blooming open. Right, I'm just taking a little bit off. Tucking it under. I'm going to commit to push that there. Okay. Now, if you struggle to hold on to things, what you could do is get a little bulldog clip and just position that so that it sticks. Oh, Karen, you're getting lots of hugs, honey. You guys are so kind. Okay, just pop this one out. So you can see how you can wiggle it a little bit before committing. Because trust me, I always put these on squintish and make a mess. So, right, we'll marry that one up. There we go. Okay, so let's do this. So gentle, gentle, pushing on it just so that your flap doesn't get pulled out as well. Did you do that last week, Lynn? I mean, I don't think anybody would try and come in my house with the 2 German Shepherds, but let's just say it was nice and cool downstairs this morning. But hubby gave me a wee, not a row, but, oh, look at the curliness. Right. Oh, look, I'll put them in my upcycled dusty bin. Forgot about that, sitting right next to me. Okay. So that gives you a pocket that's 6x3 once it's attached, which is exactly half of the 6x6 book. Okay, again, the layers are, mat layer is 1/4 inch shorter on the long and the short side. Karen's saying, hubby's always leaving the conservatory wide open, oh bless. I take it, he doesn't, you've got a dog, haven't you? My husband always says, leave the door open, leave the door open. Not through the night, obviously, but he'd have it open all day and all night. And that's good when it's cool outside, enough for the dogs. But the way it's been really warm, and make sure this is the right way round if you've already punched your holes. It gets too hot in our garden for our 2 dogs, so... Lynn might need a minder, and cat wouldn't be much protection. Or is it 2 dogs, but they use the dog door? Oh, sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Right, let's get them away. Okay, so pockets are... These are the same size as the DSP layer here. I just find it easier. No, same as the mat. Let me see. Pop that in like so. So is it 5 3/4 by 2 3/4? No, it's 3. It's 5 3/4 by 2 3/4. Let me trim this because I've done this too wide. So my measurements are right on paper, but I'm cutting them wrong. Right, so 5 3/4 by 2 3/4, and that goes in and out really easily. So I need to trim this one up. Dun, 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 dun. If anybody is crafting along, please bear in mind that I'm still trying to get used to this. But please, share in the Crafty Stampin' Club group. I would really love that. Any decorations, etc., I'm going to do at the end. So there's no pressure to... What am I doing? I've got these too big as well. Okay, so the layer needs to be 2.5 by 5.5. Again, it is a half an inch, no, quarter an inch and a quarter an inch shorter and thinner. There we go. Ian's OCD, so check my doors and windows multiple times. Oh, bless. Right, let me trim this down. 2.5. You might want to come up with your own measurements depending on what size of pockets and stuff, but it's just really, I mean, I think it's important to see errors over ways as well because, oh, Lynn plans to do it later, that's amazing. This is what happens is we make mistakes as we go, and that's how we end up remembering what not to do the next time. Okay, right. So those are lovely. What I need to do is, I'm going to add tabs, but I'm just going to add it on the back like so. If you want, you can add it under the layer, but I forgot. Don't do as I do. Right, so I'm using one. I'm going to stick it on each of the tabs, the pull-out sections. So I'm just going to glue it on here like so. See, once I make one mistake, it kind of knocks me, and then I beat myself up. Right, decide what way you wanted to pull out in terms of your graphic. Okay, Lisa's saying leave doors and windows open night and day in summer. One window all year for cats. Oh, they come in and out the window. How cool. That's cool. Right, and this one goes on the left because it's coming out the way. You could use the other side if you want it to be like a little quarter circle. However, I do not. Okay, hi Karen. Karen D. Karen, we've got Karen W, Karen D, Karen S today. That is amazing. Right, okay. This needs it up a wee bit so that it's in line with this one. Perfect, good. Jolly good. And then we have a little pull-out section. Ta-da! There we go. So I'll just go over those measurements quickly again. I've got them written to the side and hopefully it's the same ones that I've typed in the event. If you want on your pocket, if it's going to be 6 by 3 in size once it's applied onto your page. So if you want a 1/2 inch score glue tabs on 3 sides, you want to cut it 7 by 4 and then score it at half, half and half. Or if you want a 1/4 inch glue tab, cut it down to 6.5 by, what did I do, 6.5 by 3.5, and then score it at 1/4. And then it doesn't matter, the next stage you're just going to make the layer 1/4 inch shorter and thinner, so that would be 5 3/4 by 2 3/4, and then the DSP is 5.5 by 2.5. The pull-out label is going to be 5 3/4 by 2. Now I did do 2 3/4, I said, is that right? Yeah, 2 3/4 by 5 3/4, and then the mat is 5.5 by 2.5. And then that goes in there, perfect. If you find your pockets are sticking, you might want to meter a little triangle off the top of the glue tab. You're going to be able to get maybe three labels, 3 tabs in there. If you are going to do multiple, when you're making them, what you can do, what I like to do is kind of like cascade the labels so that you can see there's 3. So it would show like that. That looks quite nice. And then people know that there's 3 rather than sticking it in like this and they maybe only think there's 1. So, Octo. They look great. Oh, thank you. It was frightening you, lovely Carol saying, but it's the most horrible experience to find intruders in your house. Oh, did it? Did it happen to you? Baseball bat come in handy. Oh, don't. But I've got a hammer. I've got a hammer in my craft room. And there's a hammer in the kitchen drawer because I'm always hammering nails into my walls and getting around from my husband. Right, that's the front and rear pockets. So we're going to do a gatefold on one of our pages now. Oh, sorry, we went through that, hun. That is not nice. We did discover we had been building the dog run out the back of the garage. And it's a really good, they've got a shed to themselves, they've got a big paved area, they've got a stone area for pooping on. And you can only access it by climbing a 6-foot fence. Now it's got a roof enclosure 3/4 over the way of it. And we've got a good security door at the back of our garage, so you can't get into the garage. And it wasn't till after the run was built, and I looked one day and there was like a semicircle missing off of my, so this is the wall, so there was a semicircle missing off of my Harlan. Someone had been obviously trying to prise it open with a crowbar or something, and you know what, they didn't get in because it's a security guard, a security door. Like, bloody hell, nothing to steal in our garage anyway, unless they want to take all my recycling boxes to the tip. Right, okay, you ready for the gatefold? Right, so let me just think about this now. Pop that there. To, I think. Right, okay. So we're going to do a gatefold opening, okay? And we've got a layer that goes on the inside, and then we've got a little tuck spot, a little belly band. So let me double check. Now, I had thought that I would take the project up to here, but I'm taking it up, so this is going to fit the 6x6 size, so it's going to be flush with the album. Like I said in video 1, don't punch your holes just now. I did that prematurely. However, it will help me in this wee project. So, gatefold card. So there's 2 sides, so the measurements are the same on the 2 sides, they just go opposite. So these measure, so we've got 2 pieces of base card, excuse me, which are 3¼ by 6. Okay, and let me just check that this is right. Yep, this is right. Now, we don't fold in the glue section for this, we place it directly to the edge, because once we punch our holes, this is going to open, so it's going to be flush to the page. We will have a little margin border here, but that's fine. So 2 pieces, 3¼ by 6, we're scoring it at 1/2 inch down both sides. Okay, so when this is closed, it will be 6 by 6. Right, so what we need now is we need some tape. Now, if you've got a 1/2 inch score line, you need a thicker one. Carol's saying, I love this. Oh, thank you. Ian saying, an old friend had a German Shepherd who would let you in, but try and get out. Don't. My last German Shepherd chased one of our friends out the house, and he had to jump over the 10-foot decking. But we hadn't seen him in months, and the dog hadn't met him. It was a rescue dog. They ended up friends in the end, but yeah, our friend had been bitten previously. So he had a fear, and the dog obviously sensed that. But he didn't actually hurt him, so. But he did go for him. Oh, bless his wee soul. He's in heaven now. Staffy wouldn't let anybody in. Romanian Rescue's very vocal. Oh, yes. They are, because they've been little toughies, Romanian Rescues, what they've had to go through. Right, okay, so left side gatefold. We've got both of the... Karen's going to have a go at this. Brilliant. Both have red tape. The left one you want to flip upside down. Let me rub out my notes that's on... No, I don't need to rub it out, because I'm going to mat and layer it anyway. So this is going to stick on the left. This one is going to go under and stick on the right. And you'll see that they marry up perfectly. So you can use wet glue to get wiggle room, but what I'm going to do is I am going to use my little clip. Okay, so I'm going to use my little clip here, and I'm going to make sure, before I commit to gluing the second one, make sure that it is marrying up. Okay, I might need another clip actually. If there's a slight gap, you know what, it doesn't matter. But if you're like me, you'll want it to line up. Right, okay. I think I can commit to this. Right, so left pocket, marrying it up. We're going to bend this back. We're going to peel a little bit off. In fact, let me trim this because I've popped it over ever so slightly. I don't want the glue overlapping anywhere. Right, I'm going to get a little drink of my coffee. 2 seconds. Right, I'm going to concentrate. So while I'm concentrating, do tell us what you're up to today. The sun has just come out again up here in Fife in Scotland. Right, okay. Now I'm wanting this to marry up because, like I say, it is flush with the size of the actual album. Let me go and get another build-up clip of my card grid holder thing. Right, I'm going to peel off a tiny little bit. Now peel it off out towards the sides, okay? Now I'm covering it with my finger just now. Okay, I'm marrying it up and I'm pressing it. I'm going to put this at the bottom because trust me, these will wiggle around until you burnish the red tape down or your tearing tape. Sunny but cool. Can you order those clips? No, you can't, honey. These were for, in the last catalogue we had a wire card rack. But you'll get them out of any stationery place. I'll keep them forever though because these are Stampin' Up ones. Oh. Hi Robin! Right, so the left side is on. So you want to give it a little burnish. Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. I've got a pot of them for £1 shop. Yeah, good. That's awesome. I've never seen the type of ones in the pound shop yet. Which one was it? Because I just love these and they're so expensive online. Right, okay, so let's take the clip off. Okay, we're going to marry up two centres. Okay, so now this is hard if you've got wonky hands. Okay. Ian, I hope you had a wonderful, oh yeah, you could use pegs. Good idea. Use what you have in your stash. Ian was 60 last Monday. Right, okay. Now I'm ready to commit to this. So I'm making sure it is together. Dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. I am going to peel off. Do you use the mini pegs? Oh, nice. Little behind, can you tell me the mark for the bit that goes in the pocket? Yeah, honey, the bit that goes in the pocket is, there it's there. It is 5 3/4 by 2 3/4 for the actual pull out bit. So the mat is 5 3/4. The base card, sorry, it's 5 3/4 by 2 3/4, and then the DSP is 5.5 by 2.5, and that should fit in nicely. Don't forget, you can watch and catch up too, honey. As long as you're not getting stressed out trying to keep up. It's not worth it if people get stressed. But you will watch it on catch up, and I've got a specific album folder on YouTube. Happy belated birthday, Ian. Oh, you are so kind. The big 6-0. The big 6-0. Right, okay. Right, so these are, yep, marrying up. So I'm going to pop that out like so. Yep, that looks straight enough for me. Now, you're never, ever, 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 ever going to get something perfect, guys. So don't panic if it's slightly on the wonk. Okay. And that was that Ian Potter that got me saying that on the wonk. Ta-da! Good, isn't it? Now, just ignore that my holes are there already. Right, so what we're ready to do, you can see how that's moved slightly. So I'm just going to manipulate it in and see if I can burnish it. That's about as close as you're going to get. Ta-da! Okay. A bit of glue there. Right, so the matte layers for this. Where are they? Where are they? What have I done with them? Now, we've got a white mat and we've got a patterned paper mat. And they just go on the top like so. Picture of pot clips now in group. Thank you, my lovely. I'm a sucker for a bit of stationery. I got my business box yesterday. And I also got my surprise box yesterday. Right, okay, so these two pockets measure, because it's not 3 by 3 because of the way we've made the gatefold, these are 2 3/4 by 6. So the matte layer is 2.5 by 5 3/4. And I think it's easier doing that because all the mats tend to be the same size when you're marrying up 6 by 6, you see. Right, okay, let's get these on. Hi Tricia, love these, love books to fold out with bits and twiddly bits. The gorgeous Flower Fairies journal, and every page was something to fold out or something to touch. Sold it at Car Boot. Oh, you want it back now, bless you. It's just, you could just stroke it and look at it all day long. I'm loving this. I love it. I am fairly getting through my cardstock now. Okay. Oops, 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 oops. Slightly on the wonk, hang on. I don't know why I used the thick cardstock because basic would have been fine. Let me get my rubber, so I've just got some glue marks on there. I did wash my hands before I came on, but you get kind of dirty off your goodies and stuff. Right, this, let me see, this was cut, was it cut specific way? Yeah. So you can see if you've got a pattern, you can use that across your pages, or it's probably easier not to use a patterned paper, directional paper, sorry. It's entirely up to you. But guaranteed, there'll be one page somewhere that will do something upside down, such as the life of a crafter. Oh dear. So husband is away out all day because our friend Big Baza has got into the final of the club championship at the golf club down the road. And if he wins it, he'll get his name up on that gorgeous wooden board that's been there for over 100 years. So Ricky is away to watch him all day, which is good. So yeah. Right. So, Stacey, how are you, hun? Are you getting on okay? We're just going to add in, now I don't like the way I've done this. So this piece of DSP is 5 by 5.5. Okay, and the way I have done it, it's not going to look so nice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add in an extra layer, and it's going to marry up just a smidgen shorter than 5.5 and a smidgen shorter than 6. I want to cover this. I want to cover it. So let me get, I'm going to get a piece of white. Don't cut your cardstock when there's glue on it, or this happens and it sticks to your trimmer. Right, white cardstock, white cardstock. Lynn's saying good excuse to make another one. Definitely. Right, so I would say a 1/16 of an inch under 6 by, what did I say that was? 5.5, a smidgen under 5.5. So I'll just cut this off at the side here. The thing is, you can always, if you cut it too big, it's fine because you can cut it down again. See, that's slightly too long. Whereas if you cut it too short, you can't add it back on then. So, I would say that was 5 and... what's that? 5 and... 1, 2, 3... 5 3/8 by... 5 3/8 by... That's 6 16. I'm going to put this down to 5 7/8. 5 7/8 by 5 3/8. And that is going to fit in there nice. So you can see how you just problem solve as you go. I think it's the best way. How many pages of DSP do you think this album would make? Well, because it's 6 by 6, you're just basically, you're never going to need more than a bit of DSP that's 6 by 6. So for instance, Lynn, I've used half a sheet of 12 by 12 for the front covers and probably half a sheet, the other half a sheet, if I remember right, on the pockets and this gatefold. So I think this is 1 12 by 12 of the DSP, which is quite good. So if you've got 6 by 6 paper packs, this is perfect for it. And then this layer here, I'm going to mat that because it's slightly smaller. This is me into my second sheet of a 12 by 12. So it's not going to use up a lot of room, a lot of cardstock. If you have a lot, let me make sure this is going on the right way. Hang on. Is this the right measurement? Is? Yep, perfect. You can add more pages and stuff in. So, isn't it fab? Right, let me get my hole punch now. Because, where is it? Could somebody find my hole punch? Here it is. Got it. Right, I am just going to sort this thing out. Make sure that nothing's in the way. And I am going to line up the wee hole and just punch through. OCD's saying to me that maybe I should have put the holes closer to the edge. But I think the further in you are, the stronger it is. So that doesn't look too bad. But if you were putting your holes closer, you wouldn't have that at all. It'd be neater. However, we're not going to really see that when we're looking at the pretty papers, aren't we? This would look fabulous using the horizons. Yes, it would, Karen. Because it is just a gorgeous paper, isn't it? Right, so this DSP is 5 by 5.5. So I am going to get a bit of Night of Navy, which coordinates with this. I'm going to get a piece of Night of Navy, and I'm going to mat this on here and then add it on. Okay. And then I'll just centre it as the best I can. So this needs to measure this. Again, this is an extra piece. You're putting the holes in yours. Oh, brilliant. Lisa wants to try this. We have to make without the rings and make hinges. Yeah, definitely. Or you can use ribbon as one of my teamies, not in my team, but a team colleague, Ashley. She suggested that last week. You just punch the holes and you can use ribbon, and that would be really pretty. Imagine 4 gorgeous bows at the side of that. As long as you leave enough room to open it up fully, then you're laughing. So I might even go to ribbon, I'm not sure. But again, that's a good thing that you can just make it up as you go, Lisa. Definitely. Right, I'm going to do 5 1/4 by 5 3/4 to layer up that bit of designer series paper. Yep, and we're still going to see a bit of white border, so that is absolutely fantastic. Right, so glue. I love designer series paper that's got a nice white in it, because I just think it looks nice to pop it on a colour mat and then onto white again. It just makes it pop. I totally forgot that I could use ribbon. Brilliant. Brilliant. I used another reel of ribbon. That's 4 I've went through recently. So I've still got plenty there of other colours, so I might need to just make my next album based on my ribbon supplies. What do you think? Right, okay. Ta-da! Oops, I've got some glue stuck on there. Tidy up as you go if you've already put matte layers on. White isn't always the best for mattes if you have a messy desk. I think all of us get glue everywhere though, don't we? Right, now for the last bit, which is the tuck band. Okay, now let me see. This is going to line up with the DSP layer, and that makes sure that there's no kind of like, what do you call it? Oh, it's not going to restrict, it's quite away from the score line. So this measures 6 by 2, and we want to score it at 1/2 inch on each side. And then the mat is on a belly band. If it's smaller, I like to just do a 1/8 of an inch increment, because I think it takes away too much of the style of it. And then this needs to be 5. That's 5 by 1 7/8. The DSP is 4 7/8 by 1 3/4. I will go in and amend the measurements, guys, if I've seen any mistakes as I go. So 4 7/8. Carol will back me up. It's quite hard to, well, it's easy enough to design something, but unless you're practicing it a few times, it's easy to get things slightly on the wonk. Stacey's using the string and ribbon. Brilliant. Yeah, because you can use, if you've got twine, you can mix that in, or different kinds of ribbon. You can use shiny ribbon, glittery ribbon. You can use lace. And I've cut that too long again. Right. Let me fix that. So this is going to be 5 inches. So this needs to be 4. Yeah, 4 7/8. How's that not? How's that too big then? I will fix the measurements, guys. Right, I'm just going to have to trim this by hand. But this is what you do all the time when you're making albums. You need to know how to kind of fix it when you get it wrong. And this is also the joy of this being free, because nobody could give me a row. Oh dear, it is all about sharing the creativity. It's on the wonk, this, it's on the wonk. I think that's a bit better, there we go. Yep, and she's got glue on it again. Right, so let me confirm and write that down. Measure twice, cut once. Yes, and practice 40,000 times. This is 4 7/8. What did I cut it at then? I must have cut it at 5. Measurements are right. It's Tricia that's wrong. What a wally. Honestly, I think I'm going off my rocker. You know, when you look at something, right, this is going to be 1 3/4 by 4. Oh, I know what I've done. Right, so 4 7/8. The DSP is going to be 4 3/4 by 1 3/4. Give yourself plenty of room to write down measurements and stuff as well. This is no good if you're making adjustments and then writing it in the wrong place and stuff. Right, so to clarify, 6 by 2 is the belly band or the tuck band. Score it 1/2 inch each side. So your long side to the top, 1/2 inch. That takes it down to 5 by 2. Then you're wanting 1/8 inch shorter and thinner for your mat, and it's the same again for your DSP. If you like it 1/4, then you just do the same. Lisa's saying I'll always make so many mismeasurements if I pre-cut. Find it better if I cut as I make. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. But it does help, doesn't it, to kind of make these little boo-boos. I think it makes you more aware. And I think making things like this as you go is really, really, really good for your head, for your brain. Right, so it's going to look like that. If you're doing this on catch up, I would maybe recommend making it slightly wider, but you know what, it's okay. The purpose was to keep it away from the score lines, maybe not 1/4 inch away. So if you'd done it 1/8 inch, it would be fine as well. But you're still going to see this gorgeous border. Right, so we want glue. Tearing tape would be fine actually. Oh, it's not in there, don't know where it is. Okay, I'll go back to the red tape then. What time is it, guys? I hope I'm not keeping you too long. Oh, we're just 5 minutes over. That is plenty of time. And then do not write them, the measurements, and then lose them, like what Carol does sometimes. You're funny. But then you need to do it. Then you do it again, and then you're like, oh, I like it kept within the DSP. Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking, Ian, when I was doing the measurements, honey. And the thing is, normally I would do same measurements, same increments on all the layers and stuff, but with an album or a folio or something like that, you've really got to kind of be able to do it slightly different. So my OCD is not too bad that way with the make it up as you go ones. Cards, however, I do like all the increments the same. Right, so wet. It's not wet, it's red glue. Red tape. Jesus, I think I need a coffee. Brilliant. Right, okay. So once I've finished this, I'll upload it to YouTube. Part of me is wanting to not upload it because I've made so many boo-boos, but like I say, it's just the life of a crafter, isn't it? And if anybody, while they've been watching, has thought to themselves, oh, that's not going to be right, well done, because that's good. It's a good thing to be able to realise these things. Awesome. Right, so you can put this wherever you like. You can put it towards the bottom if you want bigger tags or bigger mats. Yeah, definitely, honey. Ian's on coffee number 3. I am on coffee number 2 that has already been reheated. Stacey, honey, I was just saying earlier that I've got all the goodies here, but it's going to take me next week to prep all the kits. I've also got to design the free 2 cards and prep the wee mini kits for those to pop in with all your goodies. So what I'll do is I'll be setting up a private chat on Messenger for those that are taking part in June's kit. The class won't be until July, but that's just the way the dates fall and stuff. So there is your little band. Now you want to burnish. But yeah, I'll add you to the group and then I'll keep you progressed in there, folks, about where the kit is and stuff. I don't like to rush making the kits. I always do them the week after I receive the goods. So if I get the goods on a Thursday, I leave it to after the weekend to do. And then that way I can concentrate on them proper. And there's going to be some wee extras and stuff in there. Right, here we go. Now, I think next week what I'll do is I will thank you everyone. All Karen's on line water now. Well done, honey. I think what I'll do is I will add on a flippy floppy bit, a flap, which will be a magnetic closure. Now this is, when you open this up, this is going to be on your right side. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put the band over this way so that you open it out. And I'll show you what I do for adding magnetic closures after you've matted and layered. Because you could put your magnets under the layers, but then it's easier to do it a shortcut way when I do it last minute decision. That's fine, thank you. What date in July is if I have a class on the 21st at 7:30? It will probably be during school hours, Stacey, honey. The last one, I think it was 2 o'clock. And it's only up to an hour, so maybe even if it was 1:45, that'll give you time to get out to get your wee one from school. Somehow I've got ink all over the place. There it is, my fountain pen's lying. Damn it. It's looking awesome, Robin's saying. Can't wait to see the end. Brilliant. Please share your progress with me, folks. Let me get all the bits back in. How gorgeous would it be to have a huge, thick, Night of Navy satin ribbon? That would just be like totally amazing. So you can see it's getting quite bulky now. So I might need to go to ribbon or go to my bigger rings. So, oh bless you, you are so kind. Epic week 2, can you top it up with week 3? Oh, we shall see. The first thing I'll do is a magnetic flip closure for this one. And then we'll do something on here. What about a waterfall? Because my first waterfall, my friend Carol showed me how to do it. It was perfect. I did it by myself and it was not perfect, but I wangled it. And then the last one I done, I managed to, it finally clicked. I'll show you it quickly here. Let's do a little waterfall on that page, right? Okay, well, we'll do that, a little waterfall. No worries, Karen, I'm just finishing up hurry. Oh, thanks, Margaret. I didn't realise you were here, hun. Or maybe I did and I've said hiya already and forgotten. I really need to keep an eye on my memory. Don't know what's going on with me. Yeah, so we'll maybe do a waterfall on here, or do it on here and keep this one simple. I will see. But what we'll do is we will cut it together. I will put measurements up. Hopefully it's correct. But please be assured that if any of my measurements are wrong, they're going to be too big. They're never going to be too small. So you will be able to cut down your layers and stuff. Because as Carol, my friend, always said to me, you're better having too much and then trimming it off. Because if it's too small, you can't then make it bigger again. So yeah, brilliant. Okay, thanks everyone. I'll pop this up on YouTube shortly. I'm going to go and go to the ladies' room, have a wee cigarette, have a new coffee, and then I'm going to adjust the measurements on this. Okay, Stacey and anyone else that's doing this, please share on the group any progress or anything you've done, even if you've just made up the pages. I'd love to see it, guys, because I know I try to inspire you lot as much as I can, but you really do inspire me back. So you keep me going, so please share. Okay, folks, much love to y'all, and I'll speak to you soon. Carol, I'll speak to you, I'll probably speak to you later, hon. Bye, guys.